guys, Phoenix here, and welcome back. We're live from the dungeon creating a Pokemon Valor pixel art tutorial. It's sweating hot out here in New York, but I'm going to be trying to grind out these pixel arts, and as long as you guys are watching, I'll be making. So what we're going to do first is just, for this pixel art, kind of like the instinct one, we're only going to be using grass or whatever placement block you want, and red wool, and we'll be outlining with black or coal when we're done. I have blue in here for when I'm doing the mystic one, but for now we're just doing Valor. So what we're going to do, start off with one block. I put it about 5 above the ground, and you know the usual, give yourself about 150 by 150 space, and if you're on pocket edition, put it flat. But let's just jump right into it. So from there we're going to go up and to the left, 2 flat, and the tail is like fiery. Like before, the instinct one is very spiky, but this one is more loose and fluid because the flames effect, while the mystic one is more like I guess symmetrical and solid. So each of them have their own little thing going on here for the build. Anyways, from the left block, we're going to go up 1. We're then going to go up and to left 1 single. And we're doing the tail right now if we didn't know what we're doing. Down and to left 2 flat. And from the left block in that 2 flat, we're going to put 1 going up. Now let's work on bringing that back up now. We're going to keep going up and to the left. 3 single. 1, 2, 3. Then we're going to up and to the right 1 single, so it's coming back in. Like I said, it's a lot of like curvy shapes or swirly because it's very fluid and it's not too pointy and it's not too controlled. It's like very fluid. It's a lot of ups and downs on this. Next, we're going to up and to the left 2 vertical. Up and to left 3 flat. And from that 3 flat, we're going to put 1 above the 2 right blocks. So these 2 right here, get 1 above each of them. Now we're going to up and to the right 2 flat again. Up and to the right 2 vertical 2 times in a row. 1, 2. 1, 2. Up and to the left now 2 vertical. 1, 2. And from that 2 vertical, we're going to go to the bottom block, so this one right here, and put 1 going to the right. After that, we're going to go up and to the right 3 vertical. 1, 2, 3. And from that 3 vertical, we're going to go to the block all the way on the top and put 1 to the right. Now let's go and delete these dirt blocks real quick. Next, we're going to go up and to the right, 1 single. Up and to the right, 2 flat. Up and to the right, 1 single again. Up and to the right 3 vertical. 1, 2, 3. And we're almost at the top. All we're going to do is go up and to the right 1 single. Then on top of that 1 single, we're going to put 1 more on top. Put 1 to the left of that new block. And then 4 to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is the top of the tail. We need to go down and build the right side of the tail now. As you can see, it does look kind of like a phoenix tail. Let me actually raise the cameraman a bit, just because I don't want him to have to remove later, or like reposition, whatever I want to call it. There we go. So everything should be in perspective right now. Hopefully we won't have to move him too much. But anyways, going to the right side of this 6 flat we have right here, we're going to go down into the right, 2 flat. Down into the right 1 single. Down into the right again, 5 vertical, so placement block on the bottom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And from that 5, we're going to be going down into the left. And then we're going to be coming back to the right later, but for now we're just going to be focusing on going down to the left by going 1 placement block to the bottom. And then 2 vertical, like so. From that 2 vertical, we're going to do a couple of things. First, with the bottom block, however, we're going to go and put 1 to the left. 1 below, and then 1 to the left again. So we have this shape going on. And the top block, which I marked, we're going to be going up and to the left 1 single from it. And we're going to keep working with this 1 single to build the rest of the flames. Like I said, it's a lot of curviness, so this is just one of the flames of the curves of the flame, sorry. So from that 1 single, we're going to go down into the left 1 single again. Down into left 2 flat, 1, 2. Down to left 1 single. Down to left 2 vertical. And from that 2 vertical, what we're going to do is put 1 to the left of the bottom block. then go down to left 2 vertical. Let me just zoom out so you can see it once I'm done with this right here. So those 2 holes right here actually are never going to get filled. Make sure they stay empty. If you might have trouble later remembering that, put glass in them or just put the 2 placement blocks in there. I'm probably going to remember that they're supposed to stay empty, so I'm not going to mark them, but you can. Anyways, from there we're going to go down and to the right, 2 vertical again. So down to the right side, not the left side. Down and to the right, 2 singles. 1, 2. And from the second single, we're going to do a couple things. First, on the right side of it, we're going to put 1 to the right, and then 1 above that. And then on the left side of it, we're going to put 2 to the left. 1, 2. And continue from the left side. Next, we're going to go up and to the left, 2 singles. 1, 2. Up and to the left, 2 flat. And now we're going to go down and curve back out with the tail. So let's go down to left, 5 vertical. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Down to the right, 2 vertical. 1, 2. And we're almost at the tail right here. We just need to bunch it out a little bit more. So it shouldn't take too much longer. We're going to go down and to the right now, 3 flat. 1, 2, 3. Up and to the right, 2 vertical. 1, 2. And from that 2 vertical, we're going to go to the right of them and put 1 next to each of them, like so. So it creates a brick. And just like we have on the left side, we're going to do the same thing on the right side with the down and to the right 3 flat. 1, 2, 3. And now for the tip of the tail, we're going to up and to the right 2 singles. 1, 2. Up and to the right. Actually, not up and to the right, sorry. On top of the second single, we're going to put 1. And then 1 to the left of that. So we have this. Backwards R made of 3 shapes. And from this corner block on the backwards R, we're going to go up and to the right 2 vertical. And that's going to be the very tip of the tail. But we still need to connect this part down here to where we started. So the way we're going to do that is go to the 2 vertical that we just went up and to the right from. So this right here. And we're actually going to go below it and put 2 extra going down. 1, 2. So it looks like this now. Now from that bottom part, we're going to go down to the left 1 single. Down to the left 4 flat. 1, 2, 3, 4. Down to the left 2 flat. 1, 2. Up and to the left 3 flat. 1, 2, 3. And now that's actually it. You guys can color in the tail right now. That's the phoenix tail completely done. And let's move on to the chest part, or just the actual wingspan. I'm going to do the outer parts of it last, I guess, because those parts are just not important. Or just in case if I get bored and want to stop the tutorial early, at least we'll have the center part done. So what we're going to do is go up to the top where we have the 6 vertical weighting. And what I want you to do is above the first 5 blocks, starting from the left, we're going to put a placement block above each of them. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, just like that. Remember I said the first 5, not all 6. Now after those 5 placement blocks, we're going to put 5 right above each of them, like so. Except we're going to add an extra to the left, so it's hanging off one by that. And you can get rid of the dirt blocks after that. Now we're going to work with the left side of this newly created 6 flat right here by going up and to the left, 2 flat, 1, 2. And we're going to go there and build the rest of the body for the Team Valor sign. So we're going to go up and to left now, 1 single. And if you have the placement block on the left side like this, keep it there, because we're next going to go down and to left 1 single as well, which you could use the same dirt block to create both of these blocks. Now you can get rid of it though. From that single, we're going to go down and to left 2 flat, 1, 2. Up and to the left 1 single. Up and to the left 2 flat, 1, 2. Down and to the left 3 flat, 1, 2, 3. And we're gonna start curving up now. Like I said, the wings are very fluid and stuff, so we're gonna have to have like 3 arches in his wings, and those are gonna be filled in with nothing. They're gonna be like see-through, but once we outline it, you should be able to see a lot more detail. Anyways, from that 3 flat, we're gonna up and to the left 2 vertical, 1, 2. up and to the left, 2 flat, 1, 2, and from the left block and the 2 flat, we're gonna put 1 on top. From there, we're gonna up and to the left, 2 flat again, 1, 2, and from that newly placed 2 flat, we're gonna go to the block on the right and put 1 on top and 1 to the right there, creating that weird Tetris piece that we always love. From that Tetris piece kind of thing, the top right block right here, we're gonna go down into the right 1 single, up into the right 2 vertical, so place one block on the right side, and then 2 vertical like this. And this is the indent of one of the wings, so now we're gonna come out to the left. So we're gonna up into the left 5 flat, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And now let's start bringing up and out, so we're gonna up into the left 2 vertical, actually not up into left 2 vertical, sorry. On the final block in the 5, we're gonna put 1 above it. I'm so used to everything being up and to the left and at diagonals, I don't even remember when certain things connect like this, sorry. So the final block gets 1 above it, creating that 2 vertical right there. But from there, we're gonna go up and to the left at the diagonal, 2 flat, 1, 2, and then 3 flat right after that. So placement block, 1, 2, 3. So let me just zoom out so you can see it. From the 3 flat we have right here, we're gonna go to the middle block and the right block. We're gonna put 1 above each of those, 1, 2, and then a third one extending to the right. Now we're gonna go down into the right, 1 single. And we're gonna curve back up now as the other wing starts coming back up. So we're gonna up and to the right from there, 3 vertical, 1, 2, 3. And then let's go up and to the left from there, 6 flat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. From the 6 flat, we're gonna go down into the left, 3 flat, 1, 2, 3. And we're just basically heading towards the tip of the wing. There's a lot of work to do, so it's really hard to describe which wing point we're on. I'm just gonna keep going though. So from here, we're gonna go up and to the left, 1 single, up and to the left, 2 flat, and we're gonna put 1 above the extra block on the left side. We're gonna put an extra block above the left side block. Sorry, I can't talk right now. I cannot talk. Anyways, actually, let me pull up the thumbnail real quick so I can. Sorry if you hear any clicking. I'm pulling up the thumbnail to make sure I'm doing it right, because the piece of the wing does look a little bit fishy right here. Yeah, we're gonna keep going. Yeah, so we're gonna keep going up and to the left from there, 1 single, and then gonna go up and to the left, 2 flat, 3 times in a row, 1, 2, placement block, 1, 2, placement block again, and then 1, 2. And then let's go back now and get rid of those extra dirt blocks. Perfect. We're now gonna go up and to the right, 1 single from the final block right there. And then we're gonna go up and to the left, 3 single blocks. So 1, 2, 3. So you should have these 4 singles just looking like this. It's kind of weird, but it's also perfect at the same time. From the final block, we're actually gonna backtrack. So we're gonna go down and to the right from this block. So down to the right, 2 flat. But we already have 1 block waiting right here, so just add an extra one to the right of it. So from there, we're gonna go up and to the right, 2 flat, 1, 2, up and to the right, 1 single, and then we're gonna start going up and to the left again, and we're almost at the top of the wings. That's very good. We're moving at a very good pace. So from there, we're gonna go up and to the left, 2 flat, and from the left block and that 2 flat, we're gonna put 1 on top, and then we're gonna go up and to the left, 2 flat again. 1, 2. Now from there, we're gonna go to the 2 blocks we have at the end right here and put 1 above each of them, and then extend it over an extra 1 to the left. So we have 3 in total. 1, 2, 3. Yep. Now from the 3rd block on the right, we're gonna add 2 going extra above it, so it extends up like this. Kind of looks like a finger holding up saying number 1. And now we're going to up and to the right, 1 single. Up and to the left now, 2 singles. So we're coming back outwards, 1, 2. Up and to the left, 5 vertical. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And what we're going to do for the top of the wing now is we're going to go back inward like we usually do and then come back out at the top. So we're going to from the final block at the top right here and skip it and go down to the second to last block, which is the one we want. And we're going to put one to the right there. From that one to the right, we're going to go to the right of it and put another one and one on top of that. So now we have this weird backwards 4 shape. Looks like the number 4, kind of backwards though. But what it's important is that we have this 2 vertical right here at the end. So we're going to go down and to the right from there, 2 singles. So placing block underneath, 1, 2. We're then going to go up and to the right, 2 vertical, 1, 2. Up and to the left, 3 vertical, 1, 2, 3. Up and to the left, 2 flat. And from the left block into 2 flat, we're going to put 1 on top. Now let's go back and delete this extra dirt right here. We don't need it. Now from this weird L shape we have with the 3s, we're going to up and to the right, 1 single. We're then going to go up and to the left for the top of the wing by going up and to the left 2 singles. So 1. And then we're going to go out 2. Perfect. So we have these 3 singles now. We're going to go to the middle one. And to the right of it, we're going to put 1 red block. And then we're going to go up 1. Like so. So now we should have this 3 vertical kind of right here, just on the side. And what you're going to do from there is you're going to go up and to the right 2 vertical from it to create the top of the wingspan right here. Except the top of the wing has a bunch of different tips. So this is just one of them. So we're going to go down to the right 2 vertical to reach the other one. 1, 2. Down to the left 1 single. Down into the right 2 vertical again. 1, 2. Down into the right 1 single. And from there we're going to loop back up. So the way we're going to loop back up is going up into the right 2 vertical. 1, 2. Looks kind of like what we're doing on the left side, but it's a little bit different. Actually, it's not a lot a bit different. Actually, that means the same thing. I'm an idiot. It's a lot different, sorry. We're going to go up to that 1 single. And from that single, we're going to put 1 on top and 1 to the left. Now we're going to go to this corner piece in the top right, and we're going to go up and to the right, 3 vertical from there. 1, 2, 3. And from the top block all the way right here, we're going to put 1 to the right, and that's going to end one of the tips. And now we can actually start building towards the face, if you believe it or not. We're practically done with this wing. It doesn't look too much like a wing, but once we go and build down, it should. So what we're going to do is we're going to go down and to the left from here, where we have this 2 vertical, and we're going to extend that down. So we're going to add 5 blocks to the bottom of this 2 vertical right here. So it should be 7 in length. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And recount it if you need to. Make sure it's 7 tall. We're going to be building down and to the right until we reach the head of the pixel art. So let's go down and to the right 2 vertical 3 times in a row. So put your placement blocks underneath. We're going to do 2 vertical 3 times. So 1, 2, 3. Down and to the right 1 single. Down to the right 2 vertical 2 times in a row this time. 1, 2. Placement block. 1, 2. Down to the right 2 single now. 1, 2. Down to the right 2 vertical, then 2 flat this time. And actually, let's go back and fix up something. Let's see. We have the 2, 2, 2, 1, 2, 2. Let's change this second 2 flat to 2 flat. Let's change the second 2 vertical to 2 flat. So let's change this right here. It's only a minor change, and then we'll put the 2 singles after it. So let's just shift it over. So if you're wondering, we changed the second 2 vertical to a 2 vertical and a 2 flat, and we just moved the 2 singles after it. That should be better. Now after that, after the 2 singles, we're going to do this same thing again. 2 verticals followed by 2 flat. So 1, 2, then 2 flat. And then from there, we're going to follow that up with 2 singles again. So 1, 2. After that, though, it's going to get a little bit complicated because we're going to start building towards the face. So what we're going to do is go down to the right 2 flat. And in the right block, in those 2 flats, the right block right here, we're going to put 1 underneath it. We're then going to go down into the right 1 single. up and to the right, one single. And from that new up and to the right one single, we're going to put an extra block below it to complete this shape and make like a backwards L kind of thing going on. Working with this bottom block, we're going to go down and to the right one single. Down and to the right 3 flat. 1, 2, 3. Down to our one single again. And now here's where we reach the neck. We're going to go down and to the right 2 flat 2 times in a row. So put your placement blocks underneath. 1, 2. That's 1. 1, 2. That's 2. And then we're going to go down and to the right 3 singles, and that's the end of the neck right there. We're going to have to build up into the head. So for that, what we're going to do, now that we have these 3 singles, is we're going to go up and to the right, 1 single. Mark that 1 single, because we're going to come back to it. But first, let's do the beak. It's very easy to do the beak right now. Switch over into your black or coal. And what we're going to do is put 2 blacks right of the block we just placed, of that single. And to the black or coal on the left side, we're going to add 2 to the top. And 3 to the bottom. 1, 2, 3. And to the one on the right, we're going to add 2 to the top and 4 on the bottom. So 1, 2, and 4 underneath. 1, 2, 3, 4. Perfect. We're now done with the beak. So let's actually go and build the rest of the head, or whatever you want to call it. So go back to this one single we have on the left side, and we're going to go up and to the left from it, 7 vertical. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Up and to the left, 2 vertical. 1, 2. Up and to the left, 6 vertical. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And from the top block in that 6 vertical, we're going to put 1 to the right. Now from there, we're going to go up and to the right, 3 vertical. 1, 2, 3. Up and to the right, 1 single. Up and to the right, 2 vertical, 2 times in a row. 1, 2. 1, 2. Now let's curve it back around, because the top of its head is really curvy. We're going to go up and to the left 2 vertical, and then up and to the right 2 vertical. So let's just keep the curve going. So we got up and to the left there, and then up and to the right here. Now at the very top where we have the 2 vertical, we're going to start going down and to the right and curving back down to the beak. So let's go down and to the right from there, 3 vertical. 1, 2, 3. Down and to the right, 9 vertical. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. From there, we're going to go down and to the right, 1 single. Up and to the right, 2 vertical. Except from that 2 vertical, we're going to add an extra block below it to connect with the single, like so. And we'll be working with the 3 vertical that we've now created. From there, we're going to go down and to the right, 3 vertical, again. 1, 2, 3. And we need to curve back inward now, because it doesn't really connect directly into the wings. We still need to go back up here to create like the flame effect. So we're going to go down and to the left, 1 single. Down and to the left, 2 flat. And from the right block in the 2 flat, we're going to put 1 above it, so that we can curve back upward. From there, we're going to go up and to the left, 2 vertical. Up and to the left, 1 single. Down and to the left, 2 vertical. And from that new down and to the left we created, we're going to add 2 extra to the top of it now. So 1, 2. So it should go past the 1 single we had waiting for it. So things should look kind of like this. Freeze the video or pause it if you need to. Make sure yours looks exactly like this. But from this 4 vertical, we're going to go up and to the right, 4 vertical again. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is all at the diagonal. As you can see, it's not directly touching. Whoops, knocked that off by accident. Now we're going to up and to the left, 1 single. Down and to the left, 2 vertical, 2 times in a row. 1, 2. 1, 2. And now here's where we go back down into the head. So we're going to go down and to the left, 2 single. 1, 2. Down and to the right, 2 vertical, 2 times in a row. down and to the right 2 single, 1, 2, down and to the right 2 flat, and from the right block into 2 flat, we're going to put an extra 4 going below it. So this block on the right, 1, 2, 3, 4. Perfect. Now if you can see right here, this inner part of the head is not going to be filled in, but the like areas right here where it's like locked in are going to be. So I kind of want to fill it in right here for you. I'll fill it in so you guys can see which ones get filled in. So over here on the right gets filled in. Not here in the corner, we're going to leave that. Up here gets filled in as well. So follow this part if you need to. Make sure you fill this in because I don't want you to fill in the parts that are supposed to be empty. And then over here in this corner gets filled in as well. Oops, I'm missing. Okay, there we go. So make sure yours gets filled in like that. Now let's move on to where we have all this other stuff that I didn't touch is empty. Leave it empty. So after this 5 vertical, we're going to go down and to the left, 1 single. Down and to the right, 1 single. So we just went in and then back out. And now we're going to go up and to the right now and do the wing, the right wing. And once we're done with the right wing, we can bring it back down and we'll be doing the seals now that surround the Team Valor symbol. So we should be almost done after we're done with the wing. This part goes a little bit quicker than the other one because it's a lot of flats. So we're going to go up and to the right, 2 flat. Up and to the right, 2 vertical. And from the top block in that 2 vertical, we're going to put an extra 2 to the right of it. So it becomes 3 in length. Next, we're going to go up and to the right, 2 singles. 1, 2. Up and to the right, 3 flat. 1, 2, 3. Up and to the right, 1 single. Up and to the right, 2 flat. And from the 2 flat, we're going to up and to the right, 2 vertical again. And then we're going to go to the top block in that 2 vertical and put 1 to the right. Let me just zoom out real quick so you can see what it looks like. So we have 2 flat going into 2 vertical. Then we extend it over the top block into 3 in length. We're then going up and to the right, 2 singles. Up and to the right, 3 flat. Another single. 2 flat again. Sorry about that jump cut. My door was making some weird noises. You might have picked it up at the end of that last jump cut, and it was freaking me out, so I went to go fix it. Anyways, where we left off, I was just discussing these blocks, so make sure you have them placed properly. And where we have this R shape is where we're going to continue. We're going to go up and to the right from there. 2 singles. 1, 2. Up and to the right, 2 flat. Up and to the right, 2 vertical. And we're almost actually at the top of this wing. So what we're going to do is we're going to go up and to the right from here. A total of 6 singles now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're then going to go up and to the right, 2 vertical, 2 times in a row. 1, 2. 1, 2. Up and to the right, 1 single. Up and to the right, 8 vertical. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And as you can see, we're almost equal in height to the wingspan on the opposite side, which means we're almost at the top. So we're going to be curving back inward soon and doing the bottom half of the wing. Sorry, not the down half. So from the 8 vertical we have right here, we're actually going to go to the top and go up and to the left from it, 3 vertical. And on the top block in that 3 vertical, we're going to put 1 to the left. And that's it for that part of the wing. Move back to the 8 vertical now. We're going to keep working with that. Highlighting the top 3 blocks in our 8 vertical, so these 3 right here. We're going to put 1 to the right of each of them. 1, 1, 1. And from those newly placed 1s, we're going to go down and to the right from them. 1 single. Up and to the right, 2 singles. 1, 2. Up and to the left, 2 vertical. Now from those 2 verticals, we're going to go to the top block. Top block. And put 1 to the right. And now let's do the actual point of this wing. So we're going to go up and to the right, 1 single. Up and to the left, 1 single. And that's the point of this wing right here. but let's focus on the bottom half. So we're gonna go back down here to where we have this bottom single, and we're gonna go down and to the right from it. What do I want to do here? Sorry, I'm focusing for a second. I don't want to make the wing too pointy. Let's go down below it and put 1 actually instead of down and to the right, so it looks like this. Let's get rid of some of the pointiness right there and just have it connect directly. We're then gonna go down and to the right from here. This newly placed block, 1 single, like this. So make sure your thing looks like this. From this 1 single, we're gonna do 2 things. First, we're gonna go up and to the right from it, 2 flat. We're then gonna go below it and add 3 going straight down. 1, 2, 3. From the bottom block in that 4 vertical now, we're gonna put 1 to the left. We're then gonna go down and to the left, 1 single. Down and to the right, 1 single. Down and to the left, 2 vertical. And from that 2 vertical, we're gonna go to the bottom block and put 1 to the left. Now we're gonna go down and to the left, 1 single again. And this is like a jagged point of an indent in his wing, so we're just gonna keep going back in and out. So let's go back out again by going down and to the right, 1 single. Then down and to the left, 1 single. Then down to the right again, 1 single. So if you can just look at this from a zoomed out perspective, we have left, right of singles. But now we're gonna start going up and to the right again. So we're not gonna be worried about going downwards for a second. Let's go up and to the right, 2 vertical. I'm not 2 vertical, 2 singles, sorry. Placement 1, placement 2. When I've been recording for too long, my voice starts getting, like the numbers get mixed up in my head, or just what to say. So I probably am going to take a break soon. Hopefully I'm able to finish this because I really need to focus. Anyways, so from the 3 singles we have over here, let's go up and to the right, 3 vertical. 1, 2, 3. And we're going to go to the middle block and the 3 vertical and put 1 to the right. And then another 1. So now to this farthest block, right? We're going to put 1 above it and 3 below. 1, 2, 3. And now this is going to be shaping up the wing that goes down to his stomach or whatever you want to call it. So let's go down to the left, 1 single. Down and to the left, 3 vertical. 1, 2, 3. Down and to the right, 1 single. Down and to the right, 1 single again. Except from this single, we're going to put 1 to the left. So it creates an L shape connecting with what we had before. And now let's keep going back down and to the left to create the indent in the wing. So we're going to go down and to the left, 2 vertical. Down and to the left, 2 flat. Down and to the left, 1 single. Down and to the right, 2 flat, 2 times in a row. 1, 2. Placement block, 1, 2. And from the second set of 2 flats, we're going to go to the left block on it and put 1 going below it. We're then going to go down and to the left, 1 single. Down and to the right, 2 flat. And from the 2 flat right here, we're going to go down and to the left, 2 flat again. So I'm just going to zoom out so you can see it. Like always, screenshot it or just pause the video if you need to make sure yours looks like this. And here's where the wing gets a little bit tricky. So we're going to go to the edge of this 2 flat right here. And what we're going to do is we're going to go down and to the left, 2 flat again. And from this newly placed 2 flat, the block on the left is going to get 1 below it and 1 to the left, like so. And the block on the right is going to get 1 above it. Then it's going to go up into the left, 3 flat. Down into the left, 1 single. Down into the left, 2 vertical. Down into the right, 2 flat. And from there, we're going to be working with that block, the one on the 2 flat on the right side. This is going to remain empty, like I said before, right here. And actually, let me see if it looks correct. Yeah, that's going to be empty. We're going to surround some of it with block later, but most of it's going to be empty. Let's just leave that part blank. So this block on the right side I marked, we're going to go down and to the right from it, one single. And from that one single, we're going to put one to the left. We're then going to go down and to the left, two vertical. From the bottom block and two vertical, we're going to add three to the left. One, two, three. We're then going to go up and to the left, seven flat. One, two, three, four. Whoops. There we go. Seven flat. And from the seven flat, we're going to go down and to the left and go two vertical. And this is the indent in one of the wings, so now we have to come back out to the right again. We're almost to the base, so that's really good. So let's go down and to the right, three flat. And from that three flat, what we're going to do is go to the final block, put one below that, and then two extra to the right. Now, when we went down one and added two to the right of it, we're going to go back to that first block right here. And we're going to go down and to the left from it, two singles. So down to the left, one, two. Get ready to place some blocks each time. You don't need them. And then we're going to go down and to the left, five flat. One, two, three, four, five. From there, we're going to go down and to the left, two vertical again. Each time we do a new indent in the wing, we come back in all the way to the two vertical, as you can see right there, and then we come back out. So let's go down to the right, four flat. And from that four flat, we're going to go to the second block right here and put two going below it. And we're going to use that two going below to continue our build towards the center. So let's first go down and to the left, two singles. One, two. Down and to the left, three flat. Up and to the left, two flat. Down to the left, one single. Down to the left, two flat. And we're getting really close right here. So what we're going to do is go up and to the left, one single. Up and to the left, two flat. And then down and to the left, one single to close the shape out. And that actually closes out the entire moltres shape. All we need to do now is the framing thingies. There's three different arches surrounding him. So which one should we start with? I'm probably going to start with the top one, and then we'll do the two to the sides later. So let's actually go up and to the left and jump right into that. To the top left wing, where we have a 7 vertical waiting for us. I'm going to just mark it for you. This is where we're going to start. Let me just zoom out so you can find it. Hopefully you're able to locate it. What we're going to do is go from the bottom, count 3 up on that 7. We want the third block from the bottom. So we want this block right here. And we're going to put 5 spaces to the right of it and then a red wool. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Red wool. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go and put 1 above and below this red to start us off. And I'm going to start with the top part of it. So for the top part of it, we're going to go to the top and put 1 extra block to the right. So it should be like a 3 connected to a 2, kind of like this. We're then going to go up and to the right, 2 vertical. Up and to the right, 1 single. Up and to the right, 2 flats, and from here there's going to be a lot of flats, so just mark my words. It's going to be flats and singles. Up and to the right, 1 single. Up and to the right, 3 flat, 2 times in a row, so 1, 2, 3. Placement block, 1, 2, 3. Up and to the right, 2 flat, then 3 flat, so placement, 1, 2. Placement, 1, 2, 3. And for the top part of the arch, the biggest number we're going to find here, we're going to go up and to the right, a whopping 17 flat, which should take up half of the entire thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I mean 7 more now. Perfect. So since this is the top, we're going to start going down, and it's going to be like kind of like a reflection of that arch over there. We're going to be going down and to the right, 3 flat. down and to the right 2 flat. Clean up your workspace. From there, we're going to go down and to the right 1 single. Up and to the right 1 single. Down and to the right 2 flat. Down and to the right 1 single. Down and to the right 2 flat, 2 times in a row. 1, 2, whoops, 2, placement, 1, 2. And now here's where we hit the point of it. We're going to go down and to the right 2 vertical. Down to the right 2 flat. And then down to the right 2 vertical again. But we're missing the lower half of this arch right here, so let's actually go back with the build. So where we have the 2 flat right, the 2 vertical, sorry, at the end right here, what we're going to do is trace the build back by putting 1 to the left of each of these 2. And we're going to use these new placed blocks as our points of starting. So from here, we're going to go up and to the left, 2 flat to start off. We already have the first block right here, put an extra block to the left. So there's our 2 flat. Up and to the left, 3 singles. 1, 2, 3. And just so that you don't confuse it with the blocks you've already placed, I suggest you put a marker every time you do it, just to make sure you're doing it correctly. Because these blocks to the right of it kind of confuse you and make you think you've already placed blocks sometimes. From the end of the single, we're going to up and to the left, 3 flat. So we already have 1 right here. Then put 2 to the left. So there's our 3 flat. Up and to the left, 1 single. Up and to the left, 2 flat. 1, 2. Then it kind of goes up with what we had right here. Up to the left 1 single. Then down into the left 1 single. So let me just zoom out so you can see it. All these gaping holes right here, you can just fill them in with red if you want to right now. You can save it for when you're coloring it in later. But if you want to fill them in now, you can. From that single, we're going to up and to the left, 2 flat. Up and to the left, 3 flat. 1, 2, 3. Up and to the left, 1 single. So some of these blocks, as you already know, they're already placed because we did the top half, but they kind of connect. So it's just better to follow the bridge there and just not get yourself confused. Down and to the left, 5 flat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Up and to the left, 3 flat. 1, 2, 3. Down into the left, 3 flat. 1, 2, 3. And once I'm done, I'm gonna get rid of all these extra dirt blocks. These are just here to help us. And now we're up to the final part of the arch. We're gonna up into the left 1 single. Down into the left 3 flat. 1, 2, 3. Down into the left 4 flat. Then from that forward, we're gonna go down into the left 1 single. Down into the left 3 flat. Down into left 2 flat. This is getting really close to the end. Sorry if this seems a little bit repetitive, but it is repetitive to build this thing. Anyways, down to left 1 single. So we have 3, 2, 1. Very easy. And we're going to go down to left now, 2 flat. 1 single. 2 vertical, so 1. Add an extra 1 underneath, 2. And for the final block, we're just going to go down to left 1 single. So if you've been able to follow that along, then you've now completed the top arch. So let's go and do the left and right side arch. You can get rid of these dirt blocks right now if you want. I'm probably going to get rid of all of them because I don't like them there. But you don't have to do that. You can do that later. Delete the blocks, delete the blocks. This is too much work. I'm going to delete them later. Because this doesn't even matter. I'm going to be skipping to the finished one soon. So let's go to the left side and do the left side one. We're going to go to the tail to set that up. So drop down to the tail of moltres. Voila, on the left side. And the part we're looking for is this part sticking out right here with this 2 vertical. And then it goes down into right 2 vertical, then down to left 2 vertical. This whole section right here. So let me just mark it for you. Hopefully you can see it on the left-hand camera screen. Let me zoom out a little bit so you can find it. It's kind of at the center point. What you're going to do is go to the bottom block in that 2 I just marked. And we're going to put 6 placement blocks to the left and then a red wool. 1, 2, 3. Oops. 2, 3. Red wool. like that. And once you have that red wool placed, just put one underneath it, and that will start that point. And why not? Let me just find the right-sided ones. Not the right-sided one, the right side's starting point, and we'll mark that too. So that way we'll just do both ends of the tails and be done with it. So we're gonna go to the right side now. And what I want you to find is this little hanging piece right here, where I told you these holes are gonna be empty. It's connected to them, that 2 flat at the bottom. And to the right of that 2 flat, we're gonna put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 spaces, placement blocks, and then a red wall. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then a red. And from that red, we're gonna put 3 underneath. And that will be where we start when we're moving on to the right side. But let's go back to the left side now and finish that, because that's what we came to do. So on the left side where we have the 2 vertical right here, we're gonna start off by going to the top block and putting 1 to the left. On the bottom block, we're gonna go down to the left 2 flat. And it's kind of like there where there's 2 separate splits in the arch. One goes up here and the other goes up there, and they all meet at the top. So we're gonna do the bottom one first. Let's go up and to the left from the bottom 2, 3 flat. 1, 2, 3. Up and to the left 1 single. Up and to the left 2 flat. Up and to the left 2 single. 1, 2. Up and to the left 2 flat. Up and to the left 3 single. 1, 2, 3. And we're already almost there actually. All we're gonna do now is switch over into some verticals. We're gonna up and to the left 2 vertical. Up and to the left 2 single. Up and to the left 2 vertical again. Up and to the left 3 vertical. 1, 2, 3. Up and to the left 1 single. And now we're gonna just follow the same pattern of 1, 2, 3, 4. We already have the 1 right here. Let's go up and to the left 2, 3, 4, all in verticals. So placement 2, placement 3, placement 4. Very easy to do. Make sure you count it out. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now here's where we meet the points at which that part's going to come out untouched. We're gonna go to the top of the 4, the second to last block, so this one right here. And we're gonna put 1 to the right. We're then gonna go down and to the right 2 vertical, 2 times in a row. 1, 2, 1, 2. Down to the right 1 single. Up and to the right 2 vertical. Up and to the left 9 vertical. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And from there, we're gonna go back down to the right side at the bottom, or the top side at the bottom, and bring that up now to meet up with here. So dropping back down to the bottom, where we had this waiting for us, what we're going to do is go up and to the left, 2 flat from it. Up and to the left 1 single. Up and to the left 2 flat again. Up and to the left 4 single. 1, 2, 3, 4. Up and to the left 2 vertical. Up and to the left 2 single. 1, 2. Up and to the left 2 vertical again, followed by 2 single. We're gonna do this same pattern again. You see 2 vertical and single all at the diagonals. Do that exact same pattern a second time. So there we go, 2, and then 2 single. Should look like an exact mirror copy of itself. And we're close to the top now. All we're gonna do is go up and to the left 4 vertical. 1, 2, 3, 4. Up and to the left 3 vertical. 1, 2, 3, and we kind of made contact with the other box, the block, sorry. But we're not done there. All we're gonna do is go up and to the left 2 vertical. Then put a space above that, so put a placement block on top of that. And then we're gonna put 3 going straight up after that placement. 1, 2, 3. And that's it for here. You can color it in if you want. You could leave it alone if you don't want to fill it in yet. I don't really care. We're gonna move on to the right side, and then we'll be done with this pixel art. Thank God. I'm trying to do this all in one sitting, and this is like the first time I've done it, or been able to do it all summer. So we're gonna go to where we have the 4 vertical on the right side, And on the top, we're going to put 1 to the right. And on the bottom, we're going to put 2 to the right. So working with the bottom, we're going to up and to the right 2 flat. Up and to the right 3 single. 1, 2, 3. Up and to the right 2 flat 2 times in a row. 1, 2. Up and to the right 3 single. Up and to the right 2 vertical now. Let me just go back and delete these extra dirt blocks, sorry. And hopefully you're able to see what I'm doing on the right hand camera screen, but if you can't, let me just give you a quick view. So we have 2, 1, 1, 1, 2, 2, 1, 1, 1, and then 2 vertical. From there, we're going to go up and to the right 2 flat. And on the right block and the 2 flat, we're going to put 2 going straight up. Next, we're going to go up and to the right 1 single. Up and to the right 2 vertical 2 times in a row. 1, 2. Up and to the right 2 single. And from that 2 single, we're going to go to the block all the way on the top and go up and to the left 1 single. Up and to the left, sorry, I said that wrong. We're then going to go up and to the right 2 vertical. Up and to the right 4 vertical. 1, 2, whoops, 3, 4. And now let's go to the block all the way on the bottom and bring that up. And it should connect up there when we're done. So where we have this 2 flat right here, we're going to go up and to the right 2 flat. Up and to the right 2 single. Up and to the right 2 flat again. Up and to the right 2 vertical. Up and to the right 1 single. And from there, we're actually going to mimic what we just did a second time. This part right here, this 2 flat, 2 vertical, and 1 single. We're going to do that exactly again. So we're going to go up and to the right 2 flat, 2 vertical, then a single. I love when we do these symmetrical parts right here. They're very easy. Like, gives you a little bit of a speed boost because it's just the same thing over again. As you can see, it's 2 times in a row the same thing. Anyways, we're going to switch over into verticals now. We're going to go up and to the right. 3, 1, 2, 3. Up and to the right 1 single. Up and to the right 2 vertical. 1, 2. Up and to the right 3 vertical. 1, 2, 3. And for the very top of the spike right here, we're going to go up into the 8 vertical. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm trying to count, people. I'm trying to count. And we're going to do the same thing we did with 8, except on the right side of it. So just trace it on the right side. And then add an extra 2 to the top. Like that. Now all we're going to do is on the bottom of that 8, but we added 2, so it's 10 technically on the right side. We're going to go down and to the left 1 single. Down and to the right 1 single. Up and to the right 2 singles. 1, 2. And then we're going to go up and to the right 2 vertical to finish it off. 1, 2. So now everything's complete. You can color in everything on the inside with red and then outline it with black. I'll show you what it looks like on the finished pixel art, but you guys can probably tell from the thumbnail. I'll see you guys in a quick jump cut. So we're back with the finished build right here. It's really easy. We're going to be using only black and red. Everything that's filled in is going to be red. And what we're going to do with the black wool, guys, is every red block to the bottom, left, top, or right side of it, if there is no block, just put a black wool there. As you can see, don't worry about putting diagonal blocks. Everything, you don't need the diagonal blocks. But from the bottom, left, top, and right, if there's no block touching it, put a black there. And that's what I did with mine. You don't have to do that with yours. You can even mess around with glowstone or something like that. But that's what I figured to look the coolest on mine. Have it look like it has a frame, kind of, if I surrounded it in black wool. If you guys have any variants you do, like any changes you make, be sure to tweet them to me. Let me see it. Hopefully you guys did enjoy this tutorial. Next up, I'm going to be working on the T-Mystic one, which, like I said, it's a lot more crisp. Look at this. It looks a lot more crisp. It's not too wavy. I like the tail. I like all of it. Even on my Team Valor, I like the emblem on Minecraft a lot better for Mystic. I like the way it turned out. Maybe I might have to redo some of these, but I'm not really planning on it. So hopefully you guys do enjoy. I have more tutorials to record, and I'll keep making them as long as you're watching them. Thanks for the support, guys. This is Phoenix, and I'll see you guys later.